Всем привет, с вами снова Филранес, мы продолжаем проходить Hogwarts Legacy. Так, мы с вами тормознули на том, что прибыли в гостиную Пуффендуя. И сейчас, я так понимаю, пойдем на свое первое занятие. Ну, я так думаю, у нас еще охренеть сколько будут пичкать этим самым обучением.
Oh, hello. She's awfully regal, isn't she?
Is that your owl?
I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
I am a bit concerned. I have a lot of catching up to do.
Indeed. 4 years of schoolwork is a bit... Being that far behind, I'd feel so... inadequate. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora.
Of course. Adieu.
А где моя сова? Хотя я бы лучше кошечку завел. Ой, давайте здесь похаваем. Сейчас везде нажрусь, блядь, наберу вес и не взлечу потом. А че это хоть? Фантастические твари. О, здесь пожрать можно, ништяк. Ля, портреты живые. Сейчас потяку. Что-то кругом жрачка. Ля, какие стоят. Блондиночка, ничего такая. Монах. Призрак монаха.
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
That one is true. Not the typical start to a new school.
That's dreadful. Well, I'm glad you made it here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Are you sure everything is all right with your uncle?
Oh, yes. He travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course. And good luck.
Там вроде переодеться как-то можно было бы, нет? С момента... Это что такое? Бля, ну это все настройки получается, да? Можно сложность в любой момент переключать. Ну ладно. Походим пока что так. Ой, кисонька.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, he went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way.
Парень,
Really glad to
у тебя
have you in
голос,
our house.
у тебя уже 10 детей
Thank you.
и 5
Nice to
внуков.
meet you. Was that
А ты
your
до сих пор в
cat?
школе застрял.
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before.
О, ля,
I
хочу
did bring
нюхлера,
home a
точно.
puffskein once. Mum was furious.
Будь мне пиздить все подряд.
Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle.
Во второй
yourself.
части игры, я помню, тоже был Артур.
Is the
Кстати,
new
по
Hufflepuff out of bed
Финдуе.
yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Так, давайте посмотрим, что там наверху еще. Не понял. Понятно. Нам туда нельзя. Здорово, мать.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind.
Какой нахер я 6 лет отрубил уже во всех Гарри Поттерах.
At the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Чё мы только
your
из
ordinary
заклинаний не
visit and level
использовали.
exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Great success.
Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Удобно.
Thank you,
А может, я
Professor.
тоже так на работу буду есть? Под мышку засунул, хуяк исчезла.
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Чего?
This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice
На
your
эти картины
magic
что-нибудь живые.
and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Revelio.
Книга рецептов домовых эльфов. Коллекция любимых рецептов Хогвартс, на протяжении веков. Выполнение испытаний — это единственный способ заработать очки ХП. Открыть руководство. Ёптератыр. Это ваш уровень волшебства. Полученный в результате прохождения испытаний повышает ваш уровень и силу. Испытания. Так. Каждое испытание имеет несколько уровней. На каждом из них важны специальные награды на внешний вид, заканчивая важными обновлениями. Наград можно получить в меню испытаний. Возвращайтесь по части, чтобы получить награды блокирования.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that.
Охренеть,
Inside
сколько тут
and
всего
outside of the
понапичкали.
good timing. Perfect
чё,
opportunity to
драгун
show
из
you how to
StarCraft,
use
что
blue
ли?
flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Открыть карту. Охренеть, какая карта! Выберите большой зал. Здесь вы можете увидеть точки с летучим пламенем, которые находятся в регионе. Точки с летучим пламенем зеленого цвета. Это те, которые удалось обнаружить. Еще не обнаруженных. Это хорошо, самому искать не надо. Типа быстрое перемещение, да? Хрена! Тут даже какие-то вон деревни прикольные.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Ой, ля, даже здесь картина живая.
You can get
Божечки,
almost
божечки.
anywhere in the castle quickly from Central
Так,
Hall.
хорошо, есть быстрая точка перемещения. О, Джонни Депп.
You can't imagine how
показалось.
inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Бля, вообще нам нельзя ей ничего говорить. Ну ладно.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Красиво тут.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Yes, sir. But I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Этот значок символизирует основные задания. Выполняя основные задачи, вы продвигаете по основной истории, откроете новые возможности, заработаете опыт. Сундуки с сокровищами, страницы руководства, 150 штук. Чьёбу дальше, что ли? А некоторые задания заблокированы из-за требований к наличию заклинаний или вашему уровню. В таких случаях, ага. Начинайте отслеживать задание с помощью правой кнопки мышки. Продолжить. Давайте сюда сначала.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Да-да, счастья, здоровья. Задание завершено. Добро пожаловать в Хогвартс. Приветики.
Hello, Lenora.
О,
What are you
Ленусик.
looking at?
Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
Вот это что ли?
Do come and find me if you stumble
Точно.
on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Revelio.
И что?
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
Да я в душе не ебу, где это, вы что? Статуя какая-то круглая. Есть лесенка. Хотя, возможно, это и здесь. Ага, понял.
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it? Lumos. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth. Ha! I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
За эту страницу дали. Картина нахер исчезла.
I just wish they'd hurry up.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Так, я вообще на чар хотел пойти. А как у нас отображается?
Revelio.
Нихера не понял, но очень интересно. Ёб твою мать, еще сложнее. А, типа загадка, да? Ага. Драгун из Старкрафта и какие-то щупальца 17. Два знака вопроса. Какой-то личина с 11, это 21. 10. Угу. Я не понял. То есть что?
Revelio.
Ничего. Так, там у нас сундук. Надо вот эту херню покрутить, правильно? Правильно. Двадцать 21-17. Нет. 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 Ща откроем. Я что-то подозреваю, что это так не работает. Да. Интересно.
What are you up to now?
Эти ругаются. А, наверху еще что-то есть. А, наверху есть еще одна. Ага. С двумя знаками вопроса. Угу. Подождите. Так. Раз, два, три, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Угу. То есть, стоп, смотрите, у нас 21, есть 11. Надо набрать еще десятку. Это, допустим, у нас 3. Что у нас на семерке? 4, 5, 6, 7. Котейка. Если они, конечно, по порядку типа очки дают. Так, допустим, это семерка. Теперь у нас есть 17. У нас есть драгун. Драгун сколько? Шестерка. 11. Блять. Раз, два, три, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 и 6. Значит, нужна единичка. Значит, там вот этот вот мопс. Я, конечно, правильно вообще мыслю. Мыслю я неправильно. Мопса там нет. Ладно, давайте думать дальше. Десять. А как еще?
Revelio.
Цифр никаких нет.
Lumos.
Цифр никаких не видно. Хм. А что если отсюда считать? Когда нам... Что там надо было, бля, забыл. У нас есть десятка. Раз, два, три, четыре, пять, шесть, семь, восемь. И нам нужна двоечка, то есть паучок.
Revelio.
Паучок. Так. А на то место нам что надо, получается? У нас есть драгун, есть личинос. Личинос единица. Драгун 3, 5. Единица это 6, 11.
А нету, блядь, там 11.
Revelio.
Подсказок тоже никак. Бля, мне даже интересно открыть эту хату теперь. Где один знак вопроса? Логично, что нам надо набрать десятку при помощи вот этой лабуды и кого-то еще. Если это тройка, то нам нужна семерка. Значит, нам нужна кися. Но опять же, а кися точно это семерка?
Revelio. Lumos.
Ни подсказок, нихуя нету, да? Так, драгун и личинка. Либо это 1 и 5. Либо в душе не ебу. 11. Раз, 3, 6, 10. Ну, бля, мы 11 тут не наберем. Тут всего 10 получается. Как-то по этим их смотреть тоже непонятно. Бля, перебирать это ёбу дать. Может, конечно, перебором, но вы представляете, сколько тут комбинаций, да? Кто у нас здесь доступен? Поняш. Дракош. Драгун. Клещ. Личинка. Дракон. Клещ. Личинка. 2 личинки и драгун. Давайте поняшку поставим, и тогда пойдем, потом буду думать. Хочу с поняшкой попробовать. И в сраку. Интересно, конечно, двери открываются.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Hogwarts survives the reign of this headmaster.
Так, извиняюсь за паузеечку. Я там пока лазил, нашел, оказывается, у нас тут снаряга есть. Где она, кстати? Вот. Но чё-то пока не все надевается. То есть мне там, когда я запустил игру, хреново тучу всего надавали. Оно у меня есть в коллекции. Ну, типа а-ля за предзаказ, да. Типа за предзаказ. Эмпресс, дай бог тебе здоровечко. Вот, но что-то надеть не получается. Возможно, в дальнейшем, сейчас, когда по сюжету чуть пройдем, наделись только перчатки. Так, нам сюда, да?
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most
Professor
pleased to be
Fig.
included.
Бля, прикольно, студент ходит, что-то шароёбится.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. Oh, yeah. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to go back to the lesson.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another.
Мне кажется, у всех был такой препод, который, блядь, с тебя... Ха, чё, не помните? Ой, ебать, тупые, фу. Как so?
Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Как so?
Akio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Хрена себе там скелеты.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Я думал, вообще хату построить.
So why don't we have our new student start us off?
Чё надо?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relink. Excellent. Not to worry. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. Very good. That's it. Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Да я сейчас
You
сделаю.
be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are
Насай.
playing red. Clear?
Что
Yes, sir.
что на свай? Что со мной не так? Ну давай.
Be sharp.
Хуя ты могёшь.
Accio.
Excellent control there.
Let us see this.
Ты чё, ебать, профи, что ли?
That is how it's done.
Бля, так надеялся
Brilliant.
спихнуть.
Watch this. Phew.
Accio.
Нет, тормози!
Сука!
Stay focused. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Ёб твою мать.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp.
Accio.
Very good.
Блять, я ее к 50 тоже
Let
подтолкнул.
us see this. There we go. Nicely done. Watch this.
Во-во-во-во, мой подтолкни. Так, ну мне надо в 50, вы чё?
That is how it's done.
Accio.
Идите, твоя мать сейчас опять пизданется. Смотри. Yes.
That's it. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Да мне и так зыбца.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio and...
A word, if you would.
Так. Замок уровень 1.
You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Preparing for you.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Так, что у нас здесь?
I don't know why Sharp's always referring to standard.
And then the werewolf.
У меня ощущение... О, привидение летает.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
Так,
lies.
замочки открывать мы еще не
It was
умеем.
Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Эта хуйня.
Old attack! Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you
Да,
can't
это
repeat
Пивз,
the fact.
прикольно.
She says it's a boot and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough.
Revelio.
У меня ощущение, что это гостиная Коктеврана. Нет? А очень похоже. Очень-очень похоже. Астрономическая башня. Ну, во всех играх обязательно надо подняться на самую высокую точку, правильно? О, сундучок. Что-то мне доебався, Пивз. Здорово. О, да, вот это видок. Квиддич.
Revelio.
Охренеть. И везде, я так понимаю, можно попутешествовать. Жесть. Больше ничего нет. Нет, что-то есть. Нормально. Деньжат поднаскребли. Так, я бы хотел быстренько куда-то спутешествовать. Прям доступны побочные задания. Здорово! А как посмотреть... Ага. Понял. Блин, ну это очень классно, когда есть вот такое быстрое путешествие. Прям отдельный респект за это. Вот, кстати, этот сундук, он отображен. Прикольно. Так, где-то подо мной или надо мной? Подо мной, наверное. Обоссись, парень.
Fills our stout hearts with joy to be in the presence of such arrogance. Not sure he's...
Блин, офигенно, мир живой. Реально, картины двигаются, статуи разговаривают, бля, Пипс развлекается, летает. Это офигенно. О, вот это уже интереснее.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
А Вингардиум где?
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic
basic cast.
Ага, здесь я могу выбирать.
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember. Levioso. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso. Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say...
I do enjoy lively duels.
Levioso.
If only all of my students were this adept. Watch your opponent's assigned to attack or defend yourself. Try to anticipate your opponent's next move.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class...
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned? Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Levioso!
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented...
Так, Вадим. Так, а здесь пишет, сундучок есть. Ага, где? потом найдем. Так, куда сейчас? К профессору Уизли, кажется, да? Да. Ну, то, что недалеко.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Негритяночка больше понравилась.
Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Revelio.
Так, первая задача. Особый тип заданий, который выдает вам профессора Хогвартса, и после их выполнения учат вас использовать новые заклинания. Награда за выполнение чара репаро. Я понял. Дополнительные заклинания, чтобы собрать, надо делать заданьки. Я помню, здесь слышал, Аваду Кедавру хрен получишь.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Заберите парящий сранч рядом с разбитой статуей. Ой, бля. А как ее забрать?
This is the right area. Wonder where the flying page is.
А, я, кажется, догадываюсь. Сюда. Так, понял. И что сейчас? Берите парящую страницу. Ага.
A flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary task.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
Ой, бля. Так, восстанавливающие чары для починки самых объектов, элементов и окружения.
That's it! Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out. Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
Прикольный дворик, кстати. Тут какой-то сундук.
Revelio.
Где он, непонятно. Так, ладненько, чё, давайте тогда на этом закончим. В следующий раз отправимся в Хогсмит. Сейчас с вами был Филранес. Всем пока и до новых встреч.